ఆఫ్రికన్ కంట్రీస్ చాలాసార్లు మనకు వార్తల్లో ఉంటాయి. దాని కారణం వాళ్ళ ఎకనామికల్ బ్యాక్గ్రౌండ్ అయి ఉండొచ్చు, లేకుంటే మోర్ నెంబర్ ఆఫ్ డిసీజెస్ వల్ల. ఎనీవే, వెన్ యూ సీ ద ఆఫ్రికన్ కంట్రీస్, health wise they are suffering a lot. Many of the women suffering due to anemia and men also suffering due to lack of food and nutrition. Hence, the African population frequently affected with multiple diseases. Recently added to this, there is a climate change. Because of severe climatic changes, the African population is impacted several health disorders. To combat these several health disorders by mitigating climate change, recently African countries came up with a declaration which is known as Harare Declaration. This Harare Declaration recently taken up by African countries at Zimbabwe. The Zimbabwe, one of the African country. Look at this. These African countries collectively, the Climate Health Africa Conference, which was held in 2024 at Zimbabwe. In this particular conference, they adopted Harare Declaration. What is this declaration? Very simple. African countries are always having severe health disorders naturally. But recently, because of climate changes, the health disorders become more severe. Protecting African population from severe health disorders, which is because of climate change, the countries have adopted this particular Harare Declaration. Almost 35 African countries have accepted this Harare Declaration, which is also accepted by World Health Organization. Look at this declaration major thing, calling for urgent action to strengthen climate resilient health system across the Africa. Climate change అవటం వల్ల సివియర్ హెల్త్ డిజాస్టర్స్ అనేవి వస్తున్నాయి, వాటిని అర్జెంట్ గా కంట్రోల్ చేయాలి. హెన్స్ we need a collaboration between all the African countries. Hence this particular declaration was made very recently. What are the key features of this Harare Declaration? First one, building climate resilient health system. What do you mean by climate resilient health system? Even then, there is a change in climate, but still, we should have a strong health mechanism in the particular African countries. What do you mean by strong health system? One is like having upgraded infrastructure and a trained workforce. The biggest problem in healthcare system, we don't have trained workforce. In India, we have trained workforce like Anganwadis, Asha workers, primary health centers. Such kind of concepts need to be introduced in Africa so that they can have a strong health system. Strengthen research. Why the research is important? In order to have an early warning system. For example, if any country which is having a strong kind of health system, they have early warning system. Early warning system denikante, if there is any disease that is going to rise, we can easily mitigate the disease at the earliest stage itself. For that, we need research. We need intellectual thinking process. So there should be a strengthening of research and hence community engagement. Remember, anywhere, we can't do anything alone. We can't achieve anything alone. There need to be a community participation. In India, many of the diseases can be controlled through community participation. The same kind of concept also needed in Africa to control spreading of diseases due to change in climate effect. This is what the part of the Harare Declaration, which was recently adopted Zimbabwe by African countries. Thank you.